It's not quite certain what future historians will label the 20th and 21st centuries. They could be the age of science, the age of technology, the space age. There's been so many advances in science over these past decades, and still are more and more advances. But when we look at the readings today, it talks about God's creation, and the word, the image rather, that we have from the prophet about the potter. A potter molds the clay as he pleases and turns it into something beautiful. God molds us, but different in a certain way. Robots have been a part of our scientific advancements, and they can do many things, but they cannot think and they cannot love. And a robot is created by man, and it has to do whatever man programs it to do. It's quite different in our creation by God. He creates us like the potter does, or like the scientist does with the robot. But he adds to this incredible body of ours, he adds a mind and a heart so that we can know and think and love. And that's something that no robot could ever do, nothing that science can ever make. When God makes us in the image of the potter is even very inadequate as well, because God has given us freedom. That's where the heart comes in, the freedom to choose. And we have a freedom to choose to love God. We can know him and we can love him in return. And it's so important that we make that choice. When the man makes the robot, it's programmed to do what it has to do. But God has given us freedom so that we can choose what to do. What we need to do is place ourselves and our lives into the hands of God and say, Lord, you mold me, you fashion me, you make me. If we do that freely, then God can mold us into the image and the likeness of what he created us to be. But it's our choice. You're here at Mass tonight because you want to be continually molded and formed by God the Father, by our Creator. And we're here and he nourishes us with his body and blood so that we can become more and more like Christ. But we have to freely choose it. You're here because you're freely choosing that. And that's a beautiful gift. I always consider it a gift because of the faith God has given me. The ability to trust in him and to love him is such a tremendous gift that other people seem just to not have or somehow ignore. But the Lord loves us and he's always forming us. In the end, it says in the gospel that the angels will come and they'll separate us, just like the fishermen and so forth. They'll separate us, the good and the bad, and the good will go to everlasting life and eternity. You and I can count on that final end if we stay close to the Lord, if we continue to place our lives into his hands and allow him to form us. When the time comes for him to separate the good and the bad, we can be among the good because we've allowed the Lord to form us. So tonight here at Mass, we thank God for this tremendous gift of the Holy Eucharist. And we ask him to form us into his image and likeness, a God who gave his life out of love for us and wants us to give our lives out of love for him. Let us stand and offer our prayers and petitions.